Hey everybody, this is Shane. I'm going to start a video series today. I'm going to walk you through saddle hunting, start to finish. Do this over a period of several videos, but today I'm just going to do a quick intro and introduce you to the saddle itself, a couple of the integral pieces to the system, as well as a foot platform, and actually show you how it works and try to help you understand the general principles of this. I'm answering a lot of questions about this, so I thought I'd make a video, use the resources I have to help me answer those questions. Instead of trying to explain it to my friends, I thought I'd just throw a video up. I'll blog about this too, so my plan is to, on my website, hillsidebrass.com, I'll throw a blog up about this, and I will walk you through what I'm going to show you in the video, and I will do that with each step of this. So saddle hunting in general is the concept of using a modified climbing harness or an arborist saddle to hunt out of. So essentially, we will climb up the tree. Those climbing methods vary greatly. We'll probably spend more time on climbing methods than I will on actual the use of the saddle in the tree, and that's because there's so many different aspects to it. There's so many different ways the individual can go with it. So you go up the tree, you set a foot platform of some type. Again, there's many different types. We'll cover them. And then you are wearing a saddle, which is your harness, your modified harness, that you hang from the tree and a tether from, and you hunt. When the hunt is over, you then have to descend the tree. The same method you get down is not always the same method you use to get up. Again, personal preference. For me, it is seldomly the same method I use to get up. We'll go over all those in more detail. But for today's purposes, I'm going to start by walking you through the saddle. Walk up a little closer to the camera here. So this is the saddle. This is modified tree harness, or modified climbing harness, or an arborist saddle. So walk you through. There's some molly loops sewn onto this. And this is a stripped down saddle. I want you to be able to see it. But in some of the later videos, I'll actually show you how I put attachments on here that help me, that I use, and hook them to it. But it's like I was issued in the Army. Most of my gear had molly loops on it for me to put attachments on. This saddle has it as well. This piece of cloth that you see right here is actually what is going to become my seat. I will be sitting in this. These two straps are leg loops that come down, and of course my belt. This is what you're going to hear me refer to as the bridge. This is an adjustable bridge. I have a rope grab on this that lets me adjust the length of it. Again, I'll talk more about each of this in more detail as we go on. But this is the saddle. These little loops right here are for a lineman's belt. I'll illustrate their usage later on when I show the climbing techniques. But for today, we're just going to use a bare saddle. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to step through my bridge. Back up so the camera can get all this. I step through my bridge. Bring it up. Take care not to rip my mic. Take my belt. I'm going to reach down. Get my leg harnesses. My leg straps, rather, of the harness. I'm going to hook them in on the side. My bridge. Now, if I were at my truck, getting ready to walk into the woods and put this on, I would tighten that bridge down so it wasn't hanging loose. I would want it nice and tight. I'm actually hanging in the tree. I want to have some room. I want it to come out here a little bit. This is going to make sense in just a moment. I'm going to need a piece of rope that's going to become my tether that I hang from. A rope grab. We'll cover these in detail. This is a mechanical device. This is actually a Kong duck. This prusset cord that's tied into the right-hand side of the saddle is also a rope grab device. It's a friction device. It's a piece of rope that's tied up. They both serve the same purposes. slightly different way you go about using them. I'm going to need a carabiner. And this is what's going to tie this to my saddle and ultimately connect me to the tree. One other item I'm going to be using today is going to be a foot platform. You're going to see me connected to the tree like this and cam it open to add tension to the tree. The small platform goes up against the tree, and I'm going to stand on it. I'm going to do this at ground height. Again, we'll talk about climbing and descending techniques later, but today I'm going to do this at ground height for demonstration purposes for you. So, climbing the tree. Pick my tree out. I'm going to come up to it. Once I get to the height where I need my feet to be, I'm going to set my platform. Tighten it against the tree. I'm going to cam it into place. Nice and tight. Check my camera angle real quick and make sure I can still see that. Okay. So, climb to hunting height. I'm going to be tied into the tree with a lineman's belt at this point. I'm using sticks. I'll talk about more of that later. So, I'm going to take my tether. A bit close, you can see this. See me assemble the tether. This is nothing but a piece of climbing rope. This is actually 9mm canyoneering rope. Got a simple figure 8 overhand loop tied into the top of it. Kong duck, climbing rated carabiner. Same equipment a rock climber would use, or a canyon explorer would use. I'm going to set my tether around the tree. I've got my loop that's been made by my figure 8. I'm going to feed my tag in through. I'm going to cinch it around the tree. The same way that many hunters are probably used to using a lifeline or a backup for their hunter safety system. So that's hanging there. I'm going to take my rope grab, put it on my rope. So my rope grab is now on my rope. Now, standing on my platform. Use my carabiner. Grab. I'm going to put my carabiner on my bridge. I'm going to come up. Connect to my rope grab. I'll sit back and put tension on my system. And this is saddle hunting. I want this girth hitch to be about head height when I'm standing on my platform. You will hear me refer to this as leaning on the platform, and this is super comfortable. I can lean in this position for a long time. This is my sitting position. Again, this is a very comfortable position. I picked a small tree for today. If I'm up against a bigger tree, one thing I will do is wear knee pads. And that way I just rest against the tree like this. I can come over to the side. And come around the tree. You can hang off this side of it using this side of my platform. Come back to the center. Come back to this side of my platform if I want to. I can shoot off this side of the tree. I can shoot here. I can shoot here. I can come around and shoot here, and shoot here. I can drop all the way back and shoot here. I can shoot 360 degrees around the tree, whether it's a bow or a rifle. Whatever the weapon I'm using. Crossbows are a little different because you have the limbs you have to worry about clearing the tree. But in a nutshell, this is saddle hunting. Got access to all the trees. Can swing around here and come back. And this is it. I'm not packing a climbing stand in. I'm not carrying a large, bulky stand in with me. I can sit down against the tree. Time to come down. Simple. I unweight my system, loosen it, unhook my bridge from my tether, loose my tether, and climb down. Again, we'll go over more of that climbing. Okay, so what I learned later was my mic had came off and is well behind me at this point. So from here on out, I'm going to narrate this portion for you. So what I'm holding in my hand right now is my tether, and you can see the Kong duck or the rope grab. I'm going to be referring to it a lot in future videos. Hooks to the carabiner just like that, and then to my bridge. And you can see how the mechanism hooks together and holds me into the tree. The Kong duck is adjustable. I can adjust my length, taking slack out or putting slack back into it, and I stay connected the whole time. The bridge is also adjustable. That's something we'll cover later as well. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more videos to come on this series. Thank you very much.